Hello ladies and gentlemen, it is me, the Holy Commentator here, also known as Piss Baby 8000, back at it with another video, and today we're going to be talking about you motherfuckers taking the moral high ground. Is that first 7 seconds? That's 13 seconds in. I can at least bleep it out just in case. But regardless, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the video, and I wanted to talk about morals, and how everybody is apparently taking a moral high ground, and people are getting triggered, and it's pissing me off, and I'm getting triggered because other people are getting triggered at shit that doesn't matter. And that's exactly why I wanted to make this video. But before we get into it, and before I even talk about the topics we're going to talk about in this video, we're going to do a quick drink review. A brand new thing I'm going to be adding into the channel, just to make sure that I have a little bit of mental health while I explain these type of videos. So, let's get into it. Very first thing, the very first product we're going to be discussing is Jägermeister. Look at that fucking amazing. Oh yeah, can you see that label? Is it light? Is it bright enough for you? Can you see the label? There you go. Now it's focusing in. Jägermeister, ladies and gentlemen. You may know it. I know it. We all know it. Tastes like cough syrup, but I love it. I have a bias to it. So let's go take a taste test. I don't know why people hate this. Light work, no reaction. Okay? That's good stuff. We're like halfway done. I'll finish at the end of it by the end of the video. Fuck it, I don't care. I'm gonna get angry and then be like a fucking alcoholic uncle and take the rest of the fucking whole entire thing. But regardless, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna be talking about today. We're gonna be talking about people getting triggered and taking the moral high ground, and I'm going to give a couple examples and stuff throughout the whole entire video. It's only going to be, I think, a one-part video. I'm not going to really go into detail and trying to separate everything. But either way, guys, hope you guys enjoy the video. And, of course, if you do me a favor, like and subscribe and comment exactly what you guys think about this whole entire thing, I guess. I'll see you all then in the very first part. This is Holy Commentator, signing off for now. Talk about Twitter. Twitter, of course, ladies and gentlemen, is where you find 85% of people taking the moral high ground, 5% of people that decide to just post shit about people dying, and I don't mean like actively. You get to see it in the video. Twitter's partially turned into Live Leak with how fucking crazy shit gets on there, but whatever. 5% furry porn and 5% drama. Most of it, as you can tell from my huge gigantic percentage chart I put on screen right there, it is a lot of moral high grounding. And this is kind of what I wanted to talk about in this video, because recently I've been just watching a lot of videos and watching a lot of drama channels discuss people and how they react to certain situations, and it's just really started to piss me off when you talk about something like the moral high ground, which is just such a fucking stupid term in itself, because that implies that morals exist. Fuck you, there are no morals. Suck my fucking penis. If I decided I'm gonna murder 5 people the second I step out of my apartment, you should all clap and applaud for me. And no, that was a joke, but that's exactly what most people would be saying online when it comes down to the moral high ground. Now, the very first thing I want to discuss for this is exactly what kind of a moral high ground is. Let's talk about, for example, people who say that we should kill people who are transphobic. Now, here's the thing. If you decide that you want to cut off your dick or you want to make a dick out of your clit, I am more than happy to allow such things to happen. But at the same time, the people that don't, the old people that don't really understand the 2024 lingo and don't really get behind that kind of thing, will of course not understand it and kind of be against such a thing. Because you're chopping off someone's dick or you're creating a dick out of a fucking clitoris. It's not what these old people are used to. And there's a lot of people online, I'll see if I can find the clip, that are kind of saying, we should go kill these trans people. Why should we kill these trans people? Because the transphobic people? Because we can. We should definitely kill transphobic people, and that's exactly what we want in life. And that's something I cannot abide by either way. And here's also the other thing, and I know this is going to be a very controversial take that's going to get me a lot of hate in a very small channel, but racists. We should not kill racists. It doesn't end well. And this is exactly what I really wanted to start this conversation off with, is some of the biggest topics about moral high grounds, right? Now let me give everybody an example of one moral high ground that I think a lot of people can relate to. Child labor. Child labor is a very huge topic. Today's day and age, we're all saying slavery doesn't exist. Go fuck yourself. You know slavery exists, and you just don't want to admit it. Cheers. What I really wanted to talk about that is everybody says they're against child labor. Good. You're against child labor. You'll say, everywhere. Twitter, Instagram, these kind of platforms, especially if you're a basic bitch, that, oh my god, I am against child labor. Wonderful. You're against child labor. Let's go discuss why you're against child labor. Because it's bad. It's morally wrong. Got you. We understand this. I understand this. We all understand that child labor is morally wrong. Is nobody looking? Is nobody looking? Oh shit. My headphones. I love these headphones. These are really good headphones. I'm gonna put in my headphones, as a matter of fact. Oh, good. I love these headphones. These are really good headphones. Don't you think these are really good headphones? I wonder which company created it. I wonder. I really have to wonder sometimes which company decided they're gonna create these fucking headphones. Huh? Whose little bitty hands decided to put the look at this. Look at how small that is. Totally just small enough for somebody like a baby to be able to put the electronics in. And yes, that's a joke. I'm not that retarded. But still, what I'm trying to explain, obviously, is that children were definitely behind the creation of that. Are you going to stop buying headphones or wireless headphones? No, you're not going to fucking stop putting away your wireless headphones. Are you going to stop buying phones? No, you're not going to stop buying phones. Are you going to stop buying clothes from CNA and Primark? No, you're fucking not, because they're cheap. And here I have my amazing black Primark shirt that I have always a 3-pack of in my fucking closet. And this is the thing everybody has been doing recently, especially on the internet, when public opinion means so much to a lot of people, is what they do is they take the moral high ground on a situation such as child labor, racism, transphobia, and they decide that, hey, I'm a good person because I say I'm a good person. I'm going to put BLM in my hashtags. I am now a black activist. I'm white as fuck. You see these? You see these guns? You see these guns right here? I am black as fuck. You see this face? See this face? See this hair? This is the hair of a black guy now because I decided to put BLM in my fucking hashtag. This is the kind of world that we're getting in, is where people are deciding that, hey, oh shit, I decided I'm going to follow a movement without actually doing anything towards it. And that's the thing that's kind of been annoying me a lot recently, looking online and seeing such things. Recently, as well, I've been going through the Amber Heard and Johnny Depp case again.
My dog stepped on a bee.
And there's a lot of people who want to take the moral high ground for Amber Heard, for example, because she's a woman. She's clearly been sexually assaulted. Blah, 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 blah. Look at how she does. Look how she acts towards certain things. Oh my god, she's definitely been sexually assaulted. Oh my god. But we're taking this moral high ground now, where nobody can make a point against you because of a moral high ground. I can't say at all that a black man could rob me. You want to know why a black man couldn't rob me anymore? Is because I would be racist if I were to say or specify skin color that some black guy is going to rob me. And this is, again, very controversial take, and of course I don't fully agree with this regardless, but this is the points I'm trying to make, is there's so many people who decide that they follow something without actually following something. And it's very strange to see, especially on the internet today, where apparently everybody's opinion matters so much. My opinion matters next to nothing. As you can clearly see, by the time I recorded this video, I have 442 subscribers. I am not that big on YouTube, but people will watch and people will care or relate to the product. And if you look at a lot of people online, if you look at all the things online, all the things being said, and all the people that have been canceled off of every single platform, you have to wonder, where is the moral high ground drawn? You have to wonder, where does it start and where does it stop? And this is the thing that I want to rant about, is people will say that they agree with something. People will say that they agree with something to the very, very end. There's a hill that they will die on, but they will not even climb up the hill to begin with. And that's the thing that annoys the shit out of me. Let me list another example. If you think about people that are getting canceled, Kevin Hart, for example, wanted to run the Oscars. They found a couple of gay jokes from way back when on Twitter in 2010. Wonderful. But I swear, those same people that were on Twitter looking for Kevin Hart's past posts are the same people that have some dirt of their own that they don't want to share for the rest of the world since 2010. I can almost bet you that around 50% of the people that decided, oh my goodness, Kevin Hart is a bad person, in 2010, when they were younger, said the N-word and screamed it online at every single person that came into a COD lobby. It's a little strange, isn't it? Somebody who's deciding to go back into somebody's past and try to pull something out and try to take the moral high ground, saying that, no, Kevin Hart is a bad person because of this. Number 2. Another kind of example that we can kind of relate to. Pokemon always takes the moral high ground, says that she's a woman, she's getting assaulted because she's a woman on a masculine platform. You know all the men out there, all the men with big guns, massive fucking arms, massive kazoomies, and not the fat guys that are greasy as shit in their chair or look kind of like Asmongold. And of course I like Asmongold. Don't get me twisted, but holy shit, dude. clean your room, you know? These are the things that people are saying and people can relate to when it comes down to moral high ground. Pokemon always takes moral high ground. If I'm a woman on a platform that is clearly based on men, and it's very difficult for me as a woman on a platform, being one of the most paid female Twitch streamers on the platform, most paid, oh my god, it's so difficult for me, you know? And people are going to be taking that moral high ground. And now let's get to the most extreme example that I kind of wanted to talk about. This is a generalized one because I don't want to specify what kind of war, because there's a lot of wars in human history. But people that are against war and violence. Wonderful. Now I want everybody to consider World War II. For example, again, what would you have done if in World War II you had the choice to go to war with Germany, but know the casualty outcome of it all? Would you still go to war with Germany? Because they're clearly killing a lot of Jews out there. They're murdering a lot. I can't say that on camera. They're game-ending a lot of people with the Jewish descent. And that is not good. We cannot allow such a thing in human history. But would you have started a war if you know that the casualties will be running up into the millions? And then you have to consider past that is after the war is finished. You have a lot of soldiers who said that, again, in the Nuremberg trials, for example, that it was because they were following orders. And in such a terrible regime, of course, if you break any of these orders, you could possibly be murdered. Or, sorry, let me correct that. Game ended, because YouTube is great. Game ended. Where's the moral high ground going to come into here? At one point, you're going to be stopping lots of game endings. Fucking YouTube is retarded when it comes down to this. I'm sorry, guys. I want to say the word. But regardless, you'll stop the game ending of around 6 million Jewish people. But you're also going to be causing millions and millions and millions of deaths of people across the world. Black, white, Asian, doesn't fucking matter. Across the world, everybody is dying. So where is the moral high ground drawn from there? And that's exactly why I feel like it is more of a gray area than most people are going to be talking about and discussing. Because when it comes down to the moral high ground, if you say anything against a woman, you're obviously sexist. If you say anything about a black guy, you're obviously racist. If you say anything about a gay guy, you're obviously homophobic. As simple as that, right? Obviously. But then where does the moral high ground come in? Where does it stop? Because I can say the exact same argument on the other same exact side. Let's go bring it back to the example of the clip that I hopefully found in the very beginning of the video to make this make a lot more sense, right? Of we should kill every single transphobe. Now I want you to think about this in a guy who's transphobic eyes, right? They've been told that they should be murdered. That's a little controversial if you think about it on the other side. Because if you're on the other side, you've just been told you were going to be murdered. If you told a black guy that you should be murdered because of his perspective on life, it doesn't sound good. And it doesn't look good. And this is exactly where the moral high ground is really starting to become an issue in today's society, is if you apply it the other way around, you're causing more issues than you are stopping. And we're going into the cycle of we can make as many things, we can take the moral high ground over every single little thing, but at one point, if you look on the other side, you're causing more issues. Again, example, you are a Honda owner. Now, I'm going to be specifying Honda driver. I've made this little thing in the past. Let me just get to it. You are a Honda owner. Now, there is a guy who hates Hondas so fucking much. He hates the fact that you own a goddamn Honda card. When he just wants to beat the shit out of every single Honda driver and everything like that. You son of a bitch. You're a terrible Honda driver. I hate Honda. Honda sucks. I can't wait to blow up all the Honda cars in the world and universe and be an absolute dickhole to every single middle-aged person who owns a Honda card. Okay, fuck, I need a drink after that fucking example. Holy shit. Now, wonderful. You own a Honda car. You drive a Honda car. There's a guy who hates Honda cars. Now, here's the thing. What you're going to do is you're going to hit that guy with your Honda car. Right? He hates Honda cars. He hates the fact that you hate Honda. And what you just did and what you just said and what most people are doing online is saying, I want to hit that guy with a fucking Honda car just to prove him wrong. Does anybody else see where the problem begins? Does anybody else see where the problem begins? When you're sitting there and you decide to fight hate with hate, what ends up happening? More hate because if you get hit by a Honda car and survive, you are going to be hating those Honda owners so much fucking more because they fucking, like here's the thing. What do you think Kevin Hart thought immediately after his homophobic joke was recovered in 2010? Do you know what the very first thing he thought? Out of rage and out of anger, again, he's definitely been stopped by his PR team. Out of rage and out of anger, what do you think he says in return? He doesn't say, oh my god, You know what? They're right. I love gays now. I love gays. If my son was gay, I would give him a blowjob. Oh shit, that's a stupid joke. Do you think that after that moment where he got canceled off the Oscars because of a gay joke he made, do you think that he's sitting there thinking, oh yes, I love the gay community so much more? No! Do you know what he's thinking? Fuck the gays. Fuck them. They can go fuck themselves. That's exactly what he's thinking at that fucking moment. Do you think that sounds good to you? Do you think your moral high ground ends up saving the world more? No. Now a big celebrity is going to hate you more. Think of Dave Chappelle. He's also gone through this whole entire thing even more, where he made a joke about a terrible comedian named Gabby Hanna. She's not a very good comedian. And what he did, as a matter of fact, is decided to say she's a bad comedian. Ha ha ha. Made a joke about it. If I can find it again, I'll be popping it up on screen. But that's the joke he made about it. And then everybody went after him, saying that he's transphobic and he hates her because she's trans or something like that. I don't really know if that's the full fucking case scenario. The lore has been a little bit mixed up in my head from a long time ago. But do you think that after that situation, after people took the moral high ground, saying that because of this, you are transphobic. I am better than you because you are transphobic, and you should be banned off of comedy as a whole because you are transphobic. Do you think he's really going to be appreciating trans people more? If you look at his newer comedy, he doesn't seem to be really as brightened and smiling about it. He's making more or less passing jokes about the whole situation and how bad it was at the time that happened. This is the world we're living in now. And now I want to go and conclude with another example of this. Now, another example that's more recent. Matt Rife. Right? Matt Rife goes up on stage. First Netflix special, I believe it was Netflix special that got him. He decided to make a comedy bit, and the very first thing that he talked about was a sexual assault, or not sexual assault, but a funny beating woman joke. It was not that bad. I kind of liked it, and for Matt Rife, he earns my respect for being able to say that out loud without really having any reservations for it. Because again, with a female community as big as his, and the very first joke he tells of his new Netflix special being about beating women, it is obvious that, okay, he put it on the park. And do you think the woman's responses to the whole entire thing are going to make him like his community even more? Because again, he's a comedian. He makes jokes. Edgy jokes. He makes a lot of these jokes. He tries to push his humor, and that's what most comedians do. Isn't that right? So, of course, when Matt Rife decides to come out, and he goes and he looks under his post, and what does he see the whole entire time? A bunch of women hating on him? His community to begin with? Do you think that he's going to like them more? No, he doesn't. As a matter of fact, he told them all to get retard helmets. Get the fucking helmets, ladies and gentlemen. Go get them real quick before you decide to chew on crayons next. Get the fucking helmets with a Crayola pack of 64 crayons and just enjoy those while you watch the next one of Matt Rife's shows and get angry at it. As simple as that. But then the question again comes in as where does the moral high ground stop? Where is the right area? And again, back to the Honda driver scenario. Let's just say we went as far as to kill the guy who was talking shit about the Hondas. That's a little suspicious, isn't it? You decide to run over the guy who hates Hondas a lot. He goes, you end up crushing him, you end up killing him. He dies. He doesn't get injured. He dies. Do you know what ended up happening after that? He becomes a martyr for all the other people that hate Hondas. Because in the news, you'll understand, though, of course, maybe not as specific as the type of car that hit him, but regardless, in the news, there's going to be the make of the car, the Honda. And everybody who hates Hondas going to hate Hondas even more. And this is the stage we're in today. When we talk about social media, when we talk about anything, is we got way too far outside of the lines of the limits. Instead of saying, okay, I don't agree with your opinion, and I'm going to shun you for it, but I'm not going to take away your career, of course, because that's what's happening recently. Is you've been able to take careers, you've been able to take livelihoods of people who's been making millions before, and then decided to make them $13 an hour minimum wage type people, or more or less. You ended a man's life by taking it away. EDP 445, that's a whole separate story, for example. Of course, there are moments where the moral high ground is something that you need to take, and there's something that you need to really say, fuck it, we did it. Child molesters, 100%. Shun that guy, because you should not molest children. But when it comes to something a little bit more controversial and something that has more of a kind of gray area, such as, and I hate to say it, and I really hate to say it, but there is a difference. There is a gray area between racism, transphobia, homophobia, and sexism, for example. There is a gray area that of jokes and comedy where deep in their fucking heart, they don't hate them. They don't hate those people. If I were to talk about a "Ask the Jews" joke, of course, it's comedy. I don't have the intention to actually gas the Jews. I don't have fucking cyanide in my fucking back here. The cyanide gas, or not cyanide gas, mustard gas. I don't have mustard gas in my closet that I'm just like ready to prepare. I'm ready to chuck into a room. Like that's not what I'm trying to do, and that's not what a lot of people are trying to do that make certain jokes. And this is what we're living in, where the moral high ground means so much more to both parties than people actually think. We decide that, okay, this guy sucks because he said something stupid, or okay, this guy sucks because he doesn't agree with me. And that's what more or less the moral high ground has been taking in the past couple of years. When it comes to Pokimane, when it comes down to Matt Rife, when it comes down to Dave Chappelle, when it comes down to all these different people. You don't know what I have in my heart. You can say that I think that this person has this in his heart, and that's fine. You can have your opinions. I don't have any problems with your opinions. What I have a problem with is everybody taking the moral high ground. That's exactly what I wanted to talk about, ladies and gentlemen. So, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and of course, if you did, do me a favor, like and subscribe, and of course, I want you guys to talk about it in the comments below, what you guys think about the moral high ground. And of course, this was a rant video. The amount of kind of ideas behind it is a little muddled, of course, but still, this is a very important topic for me, and I think the rest of the internet to kind of understand is that the moral high ground is something that needs to be regulated. At least a little bit. So either way, guys, hope you guys enjoyed the video, and of course, if you did, like I said before, like and subscribe. I'll see y'all next time. This is The Holy Commentator, signing off for now.